know, they say baseball is the national pastime. It really is.
When I walk in there like opening day this year, and you get the smells of the stadium. The smells are the best part.
Just being able to go out and have a hot dog and sit out in the sun.
You just can't get that up close and personal in any other stadium that I've been in.
My favorite family experience is, you know, the four of us sitting in seats with a hot dog and a drink and just waiting for the game.
There's that grass area under the trees, and you always see a dad and a kid playing catch.
It's a magnificent place. It's hard to imagine it not there. It's like that's Scottsdale.
Easterner Marianne arriving in Phoenix for an Arizona vacation. Now, off to shopping in nearby Scottsdale, nestled in Arizona's Valley of the Sun.
Without tourism, Scottsdale would be a very different place. Our best month of the year is March. And why? Because of spring training. Spring training is so integral to Scottsdale. It's part of our DNA. And the reason that Scottsdale exists in terms of spring training is because of the Charros.
The Charros really were founded to be a promoting group for the city of Scottsdale, and morphed into a big fundraising organization through baseball.
We do a lot of charity work and we have the horseback rides, but our real business is baseball. That's what we do.
We thought it was an economic engine for downtown Scottsdale.
The city had the foresight to put a nonprofit organization in between the team and the city in terms of revenue. So rather than that money going into the city's coffers and just being lost, now you've got a nonprofit that can funnel it back into the community. All the other cases, the team pays the rent right to the city and the money just gets lost in the big budget.
You know, to do anything significant, you need to have strong partners. And the Charros are an incredible group and a foundation that's committed to making this community better. Our goal is to always provide the best in public education. But that requires resources, and resources are not available to public schools as much as you'd like them to be. And so the first partner that we turn to and the first partner to step up for something new and innovative are the Scottsdale Charros, and it makes a big difference.
Over the years, the Scottsdale Charros have literally changed thousands of lives. Many of the young people that live in our area can't afford to play sports, can't afford to get the additional tutors that they may need. Because of the funding that we receive through the Scottsdale Charros, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Scottsdale is able to go out in the community and say no child will be turned away. We want to make sure that our young people grow up and be positive, productive citizens in the community. So the opportunity to participate in service learning projects and learn what it means to give back to community is really important in the work that we do.
I think most people would be surprised to hear that 25 years ago, Cactus League was on a banana peel and almost left Arizona. The facilities were old and deteriorating. The city of Scottsdale didn't wait for the county to help them. They had a bond issue to go to the voters and enhance Scottsdale Stadium. Initially, the polls didn't look very good.
I don't remember that we made a chart about is it worth fighting for or not. It was just we're stubborn, and the Charros had baseball, and we were going to do everything we could to keep baseball in town. It wasn't easy. There were pitfalls along the way. I mean, it almost just didn't happen.
The Charros got the vote out.
Yes.
We not only got the vote out, but I think it was over 75 or 80%.
70%.
Of the votes were in favor of the bond issue.
It was these people that really believe in Scottsdale that made that happen.
Here's the pitch. There's always that wanting to put one foot forward and getting better every year. We always try and find new ways to raise money and to be creative. We know the ultimate goal is to give back to the community.
There's not a lot of passive individuals involved with the Charros. Every time we have a Charro ride or we have a baseball, it's got to be bigger and better. And that's and that's just the AA personalities of the Charros that we bring into the group. They refuse to let it fail.
don't know if people really recognize the complex relationship that the Charros have with the Giants, with the city, making sure that there's a future for keeping the Giants here. I'm not sure that that's really recognized because they do it so effortlessly and it looks like so much fun.
The Charros have been extremely positive for Scottsdale, whether it's tourism and business and charities. From my standpoint, it's unique.
We just want to be the group that gives back to the community and looks for new and innovative ways to do things in the community, and with baseball we can do that.
So many people think that work is just work, and sometimes work is really a bonding experience. We're a group of brothers, truly a group of brothers.
The Scottsdale Charros really are an important component to public education in the Scottsdale community.
We have always been able to count on the Charros funding. We couldn't do what we do without it.
Some years ago, I gave one of my former law partners a couple of tickets to my game. He said, my son and I were there for 2 hours and we had conversations. You know, when the game is interesting, you watch the game, in between innings, and you just kind of talk. He said, the best father and son time I've had in a long time. That's what, to me, baseball is all about.